So when I look at Evan's eyes, as he sat down, I noticed that there's an asymmetry in his eye. His left eye sits slightly higher than the right eye.
Okay.
About a millimeter. So you could tell. You said I knew that. So very obvious. The minute I walked in, I looked at you. I'm like, something is not right. Besides that, I see that from the center of his nose, his eyes are not equidistant. One eye is farther out than the other
Yeah.
eye.
Mm-hmm.
I knew that too.
Isn't that amazing?
How did you
this?
know that?
Well, okay. Whenever I tried on the virtual headset, whatever it was, I kept separating it and like to make the vision clear.
You were
but I
having a
could never
hard
do it.
time
Do
with
it.
that.
Right.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Eyes are amazing.
Amazing.
Eyes are amazing. Most of our interaction with the world is visual.
Yeah.
Whether you're talking to somebody, driving a car, reading a book, on your phone,
Yeah.
whatever you're doing, most information is coming to the brain from visually,
That could be my father.
and everything else is everything
Not
else is
seeing
everything else. So
right.
80% I would say is visual, and 20% is everything else. But if your visual world is off kilter in horizontal and vertical axis, it's going to create a lot of problems. Human brain doesn't like to see double. So each eye works independently. Right eye and left eye are independent of each other. Which means, so for example, I'm looking at the screen, my right eye sees what it sees, takes the information and sends it to the brain. And the back of the brain gets something called the visual cortex. So visual cortex gets information from the right eye, independently gets the same information from the left eye, and then visual cortex puts it together. So first time those images meet and the brain does the scene for us. In your case, Evan, when the images are coming back, because the eyes are not perfectly aligned, when the images go back, they're not perfectly and they're off a little bit all the time.
I could tell.
I knew right away that you suffer from motion sickness. Why? Because when your brain's getting this doublish kind of image, now all of a sudden you're in a moving vehicle and this little double becomes a large double, you feel like, oh, I'm gonna throw up.
Right.
I knew that you suffering from losing your place in reading comprehension because I said human brain doesn't like to see double, right? So your brain's constantly trying to put things together.
Right.
When you're reading things, there's so many words and stuff in front of you, and the brain's working so hard to keep it together, you forget what you just read. The brain's like, which eye am I looking at? The right or the left? Right or the left? And you lose your place. What I found in my experience, a lot of people who have this asymmetric eye disorder, I don't know why, but they suffer from anxiety of some sort. It's amazing. 8 out of 10 people who have asymmetric. So my theory is this: the brain's seeing this double image all
It's
the
like a
time.
constant,
It
like,
makes us
imbalance.
nervous. Seeing
Yeah.
double makes us nervous.
Makes sense.
So then you said, Jag, how do you fix this? So I cannot physically move the eyes.
Why
but I
not?
can-
Okay.
but I can move the images that
Yeah.
each eye is going to send to the brain. That's what I was testing you for. So I'm going to be giving you special kind of lenses called prisms. So prism is a special lens that deviates or alters the direction of light. So by presenting prism in front of each eye, I'm going to deviate the light. I'm going to align each eye vertically and horizontally.
Yeah.
Present it to the brain as one image, and boom, it becomes clear,
Wow.
crystal clear.
Oh my
A lot of the
God.
kids who have this asymmetric are being labeled as dyslexic, reading disabilities, solved like that. So that's what I'm
Wow.
going to do
Perfect.
for you. Okay?
Congratulations. That is a huge feat for us. Now, I guarantee, is that something that you find is genetic or?
For sure.
Because I think Sarah definitely has that
For
also.
sure. If usually one child has
And
it,
I guarantee I
guarantee-
have it also because I
One
was
parent
actually
always has it.
dyslexic.
Yeah. One of the parents always has it because it's not genetic. We are our parents. We are from our parents. So, and also you'll notice, look at all his pictures from his childhood on. His head's almost always tilted like it is right
Yep.
now.
I'm
That's
used to
what
doing
caught
that.
my eye when I walked in. You were sitting like this.
Mm.
I
Used to
said, why do
doing
you have a
that.
head tilt? Your head is always tilted towards your right shoulder. Guaranteed.
Like it feels like
Yep.
fixing
That's
a
because
picture almost.
so it's amazing how
Oh my God, you
When you-
love what you do.
yeah, I really do. So when
You
think
really
about why
love
is that tilt,
this.
So human brain saying, Evan, you're sending me two different images, fix that. So what
Right.
do? You tilt your head trying to align the images
Yeah.
together,
Like
right?
fixing a thing.
Exactly. So you're gonna love what I'm going to do.
I cannot. I'm just so excited. I am so excited.
Thank you.
Can I blast you all over the place and tell everybody about you? You don't have, do you have
Other-
time?
Excuse me?
Do you have time? Are you busy?
No. What's up?
All right.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah, because there's a lot of people that need you.
Thank you.
How did you get into this specialty? You just had an interest in something
I'm
that.
a third generation in this business, so I've been
Really?
blessed with this since I was a little boy. Since I was a little boy, I was grinding lenses. My grandfather would keep me busy. By keeping my grinding lenses all the time. So that's I love this stuff. For me, this is in my blood.
And then to see that the kids come back and they.
Oh my God, parents, they'll say, yes, it makes a big
You
difference.
change people's lives every single day. Wow.
So what I'm
Does-
doing right now, I'm working on the lenses with the prisms for your prescription. So this way you'll be able to,
How long will it take before I get
the glasses?
Yeah.
About a week or so. The prisms are special water lenses.
Yeah.
Now that you know it's gonna bother you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's gonna bother
I'm
you?
gonna start. I'm gonna
Now
start
he's
to
now
notice.
he's gonna know. He's
Yeah.
gonna be like, huh? It's to the left, to the right.
Yeah, people come back, they're like,
Yeah.
I never realized all my pictures I'm looking at, even if you have a driver's license, you have to tilt it. I'm not saying that you have it, but 80% chance it is tilted. Even
Yeah.
in your driver's license.
Like I could even tell it in my normal vision.
Yep.
That's so
Things are
interesting.
It's so strange.
Is there exercises or something that help? This does
So
it.
what I'm finding, once I give the prisms, when I see the kids back like 6 months or a year later, the head's no longer tilted so much.
Really?
The neck pain's gone. The shoulders are more relaxed. The anxiety level is a lot less. And slowly but surely the brain starts becoming normal.
Did you ever write about this?
No, I'm working on it.
Did you ever YouTube or anything about this?
Someone told me that I should do that. I'm not a very people person. I'm just like, when
well,
you're
you're an
examining,
eye
I love
person.
it. Yeah, I'm an eye person. That's it.
But
Okay, so let's try this. So I haven't even made the glasses yet, but I'm telling you, it's gonna take a little bit to get used to.
Yeah. Whoa.
what
But
does
all
it
of a
feel
sudden,
like?
You start seeing almost like high
Yeah.
definition.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah,
Really?
It's things I'm getting used to, but whoa.
Really?
Mm-hmm. So looking at that line, do you see single and clear?
Yeah. It like almost takes like a second to get in focus.
Right.
But I'm assuming that's
How does that chart look to you now? Clear from top to bottom?
yeah.
It almost will look like high definition, a little more vivid. Why? Because all of a sudden I take those two images and I brought that to the brain as one single image, and your depth perception improves. Can you read the bottom line for me, please?
OFLC3.
Excellent. Keep going.
APSO25.
Good. Bottom line now.
EVOT23. 10?
Last-
Or no, Z3.
Thank you. Okay, that's fine. How about the bottom line there?
Okay. SUFNT2.
That's okay. You got 3 out of 6 on the 2015 line. So 2020 you're good. I was hoping to get even 2015, but that's okay. I'm not going to push it too much.
Yeah.
How does it feel? Looking around, clear,
Better.
comfortable?
Can you look at me? Can you see me? How many fingers am I holding up?
Whoa.
Is there a big difference?
Yes.
Really?
Wow.
Okay, we're gonna come back to this. I'm
Oh my
actually
God, this is like a whole new world.
gonna have you read those. Let's continue with our tests.
Do you think it needs like a bit of altering? Like for the glasses? or
I'm
do
gonna
you think
adjust
you
it.
got
I have to, so this way your brain can adapt to it easier. Come,
Yeah.
teaching here, please. Yeah. Thank you. So
Can
now
I
you
s-
look
can I
at-
see in there? Oh, I can't come close. Okay, forget it. You look. You do your job. I bet if you looked at my eyes, I would be very similar. We're gonna
Very
be
sore, you said?
very similar.
Oh, similar, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. I see, a lot of siblings will have similar issues, and then one of the parents has. Right
Mhm.
over here. Look up for me, please. Look down towards the floor. Sit back. Next, I want to look at the images that we took of the back of the eyes. Barnett is the last name?
Yeah.
So guys, this is looking inside Evan's right eye, and looking inside your left eye. And to give you an idea what we're looking at here, so with this technology, the other thing what we did was we go through your pupil, inside the eyes,
Right.
and you get a
Wow.
200-degree wide high def image. Isn't that amazing?
Mm-hmm.
So an eyeball is a ball. So what this technology does is it takes this eyeball-like object, flattens it for me, and allows me to study it in high definition.
Right.
So let's look at the right eye first. The first thing that I'm looking at, see this donor-looking thing here?
Yeah.
So that's your optic nerve. So optic nerve is actually part of the visual cortex, part of the visual into the eye. What's the job of the optic nerve? Everything that the eye sees, all the information is getting collected and then getting transmitted to the brain. How do I know if an optic nerve is healthy? I'm looking for this fine defined boundary. All this pink and a little bit of yellow in the middle is perfectly normal. So Evan, this is a very healthy looking
Great.
optic nerve. So you had mentioned, we did,
Yeah,
I want to say something about his medical history.
that's okay,
Okay.
because this is, yeah,
Okay,
this
so
is
you had
gonna
mentioned-
actually go out to some of my pandas' moms that really need help right now, so go
So you
ahead.
had mentioned something about encephalitis earlier.
Mhm.
So encephalitis,
Swelling.
Swelling. So I can check if there's any lesion or swelling going on in the brain by looking at the optic nerve.
Mm-hmm,
If there was any swelling of the rim of the optic nerve,
mm-hmm.
that's a sign of
Mhm.
increased pressure, increased CSF or cerebrospinal fluid pressure.
Mhm.
But his optic nerve looks perfectly healthy.
Great.
So to me, that's thank God. right?
Amazing.
Then I look at the blood supply. That's bringing the blood in and out into the four quadrants of the eye. Looks perfectly healthy as well. Then when we look at this part of the eye called the macula, which is responsible for our central vision, perfectly healthy. So you're doing great.
That's great.
The only thing that I see is this little tiny black spot there.
Mm-hmm.
So we do have a little mole in
The eye.
in the eye. That's right. It's called a choroidal nevus. So going forward, every visit you come in, I'm going to be looking at that mole to make sure that it's not changing size, changing color, getting enlarged in any
And
form.
it's in the bag.
It's in the back of your right eye.
So
You're
what
still
happens,
studying it.
what happens if it gets something?
It
that we
usually
have to
doesn't
do?
change.
But if it does, they have to.
With laser around it to make sure it doesn't get any larger. So, but nothing.
Would I
that-
lose vision in that eye?
No,
Okay.
you'll be okay. This is such a tiny look.
Yeah.
It's like nothing. So don't worry. This is what I'm looking for.
He's being cautious because 1 year to another, you have a very good
Not necessarily.
frame of reference.
So now we have this baseline. Going forward, we will always use this as our
Right.
baseline. Now I'm looking at the left eye. Again, optic nerve, perfectly healthy, no swelling, nothing
Great.
going on. Fine defined boundary, pink and yellow is normal. The blood supply looks phenomenal, and so does the macula, right?
Amazing.
And the rest of the eye, no moles on this eye.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just the asymmetry
That's the biggest key here,
Hmm.
vertical and horizontal.
Could that possibly make somebody twitch?
So, it's a great question because remember, I believe we are what we see. Right? So his 80% of his interaction that's coming in visually
Mhm.
is not aligned. So that makes us
Like-
stressed and nervous. And then what causes a twitch? Stress.
Mhm.
Number one reason for twitching of the muscles, or are you talking about the eyes or are you talking about in general?
Where you
in a
in the neck he
In
actually
the neck.
twitches.
Of course, he's probably doing this 5-10
It
times a
it
day.
actually goes like this. Like that.
Maybe. I'm
Yeah.
not so sure. I don't have any
It's
studies for
interesting.
that. Yeah, but you never
It's
know.
interesting, yeah. I wonder if a little functional chiropractic care may help a little bit.
It wouldn't hurt.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, sure.
Because he may have gotten his body used to doing one thing for so long, overcompensating for
That's right.
something.
This,
So
this
interesting.
asymmetry and how the eyes are affected and the brain's affected
Mhm.
affects us in so many different ways.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
only asked him, 9 different questions and
Yeah.
he checked off 8 out of 9.
Yeah,
The only thing I didn't get checked off was the headaches. He said, you don't really get headaches.
he
now."
doesn't get headaches. Unless he has strep throat.
Unless I'm looking at a screen for too long.
Well.
But that's not.
Yeah. So that's why I'm gonna be giving you, so for his glasses, the glasses I'm gonna make you, you'll be wearing them all the time. I want you to wear the glasses when you're out and about, reading a book,
Yeah.
on your computer. I want the glasses on. I want the brain to be seen perfectly clear as one image all the time, right?
Right.
That's the key. Because of that, I'm going to be putting a couple of different things in there, Debbie. I'm going to be putting the glare protection, and I'm also going to be putting something called blue block.
Yeah.
Right, so you're sound familiar with that. So all these screens, whether it's a desktop, laptop,
It's like
handheld,
double sleep.
they emit this blue light radiation, which I want every patient of mine to be protected from. So everybody coming in, we are putting blue blockers in there.
I've been
And
wanting
that-
that for a while.
Yeah.
And that helps with melatonin,
That helps a lot.
right?
It helps with that
So
now.
blue blockers being considered as like a visual pollution. You know, you're familiar with like the sound pollution, like this
Yeah.
visual pollution. It's there, but it's annoying, but you don't know how to fix it. So with the blue blocker, I'm
Yeah.
blocking out 98% of that radiation.
And you're getting that with everything, like computers and phones.
exactly
And,
phones, everything.
Yeah. TVs too?
LED and some of the high definition TVs, yes. So, all right, kiddo. So I'm actually gonna have you sit outside with this prescription on for a few minutes. Let's see how. So I already toned it down a little bit. See how it feels. Looking around, looking at things far. I would also like you to, perhaps grab a phone or something. Look at things far. Look at your phone. Far, close, far, close. You'll notice now the transition from far to near is gonna be so much smoother and easier for you to look at.
Mhm.
So see how it feels. Looking
So why
around.
don't you just get up and start,
I think I liked it with that.
like
wait, let
it
me,
better with
let
that?
me, let me
Yeah.
see your face.
That was my initial finding.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's go back to. It is going to take you a little bit to get used to. So I know it's a little too much for the brain, maybe, but just give it some time. It's going to be
Yeah,
okay.
of course.
I like those frames on him.
I think you should go
They
home
look
with
good.
those. I don't disagree with you. Let's see, go, do you have, and bring your phone?
Yeah.
Go, we have your phone, go outside for a second.
What?
She's in the car. Keep going, go outside, it's okay, doesn't matter. Because you need to be able to, see. You'll tell her about it after.
They look great, right?
How do you see, honey?
What happens is I'm wearing
Oh, it's so
glasses.
interesting, Fiona. How do you see right now? He
Better.
said, look at a phone.
Pretty much.
Look at a phone and see how you see.
So my two eyes are asymmetrical. Your figure is blocking out.
Can you see different?
What?
Baby,
camera.
can you see
Hold
differently?
the phone and do something.
If we go, I don't know. We just
Like read something, but
go. Wow. Oh, it's so much better.
can I tell you something? You're actually not twitching.
Wow. Wow.
Holy shit. Fiona, look at him. He's not twitching. That is wild.
Like it's almost like my eyes want to go back to how they originally were.
Well, that's going
Which
to
is
take,
something I have
it's
to get
going to
used
get
to.
taken, you're going to have to get used to it, but
You are a lot uglier than I like.
Are you taking a video?
She has been for 30 minutes.
I am, not. How do you feel? Because this is going to help people, sweetheart.
A lot
this is,
better.
tell me why, what feels like
Like
a
it
lot better?
feels like my fogginess is toned down.
Really?
A lot. Yeah.
And what do you feel
Like I
like?
can actually see.
Really?
It feels like it's directing my eyes to the center. It's cool. I like it.
And do you feel less twitchy because you
Yeah.
are not twitching?
Yeah.
That's wild. That is wild. All right, go, baby, go in and go get your glasses. Okay. Thanks for your help.